Okay. Hi, what's up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Shanelle. We screen movies. I try to clue you in on what's going on in my brain when I'm watching them. I consider this a movie reaction and commentary channel from the lean of someone who really likes film. I really enjoy film. I am an actor and I've picked up a few things over the years, being on some sets, doing some script supervising, among other positions. And you just learn so much. You learn a lot by being on set. And so, yeah, we're so happy to have you here if you are new. I'm going to do the whole video with a pimple patch on right here. So I'm going to call attention to it before you can do so. So, you know, you're welcome. You know, it's really important to me to just keep it real on the chan. New microphone. Hello. Hi. After I talked about the pimple patch, I am supposed to let you guys know that today's movie has been a long time coming. It is a genre I'm considering, wow, that was so annoying. I'm so sorry. It's a genre I'm considering fairly underrepresented on the channel. I have been meaning to watch this movie ever since the fall when I did You've Got Mail. Click it above. Yeah, so I did You've Got Mail, and I'm just looking for like a cheesy rom-com today. I'm like really in the mood for something like that. So today's movie is When Harry Met Sally from 1989. I've never seen it. It is directed by Rob Reiner. That's a real heavy hitter of a director. Rob Reiner has directed, I mean, come on. He's like comedy royalty writer, Nora Ephron. So this is gonna be snappy dialogue, some really good flirting. I'm anticipating some amazing flirting. I can't wait. Okay, so Nora Ephron also wrote You've Got Mail. This one was first, When Harry Met Sally, 1989, You've Got Mail, 1998. Quite nearly 10 years difference between the two. So this is what came first. I have never seen this movie, but from pop culture, I think this is the movie with the I'll have what she's having, right? And she does like she fakes like an orgasm in Katz's Deli. Is that true? I have been to Katz's Deli a few times in New York City and it's like talked about quite a bunch there. So, oh my God, Carrie Fisher's in this. This is going to be really good. I definitely don't want to look up any more. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to spoil anything. Just know that this is going to be a rom-com that all other rom-coms are probably going to be compared to for the majority of the rest of my channel. Did that make any sense? No, it didn't. I'm ready for a good movie. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video, which is When Harry Met Sally from 1989. Oh, we love Billy Crystal. Goes without saying. Meg Ryan, dream. Already a really similar vibe to You've Got Mail. Carrie Fisher. Yes. Jane Jenkins, Janet Hutchinson, they are the dream team that did Princess Bride.
Weeks later, we were married, and it's over 50 years later, and we are still married.
That felt really real. Those two felt real.
I love this year on the radio.
A soundtrack like this it puts you right in the mindset of a rom-com. Okay. Stop sucking face, bitches.
Oh, hi, Sally. Sally, this is Harry Burns. Harry, this is Sally Albright.
Nice to meet you.
Wow, he looks young.
There's a map on the visor that I've marked to show the locations where we can change shifts.
Grape?
No, I don't like to eat between meals.
Excuse me.
Finally, you die one of those New York deaths that nobody notices for 2 weeks until the smell drifts into the hallway.
I have just as much of a dark side as the next person.
Oh, really? When I buy a new book, I always read the last page first. That way, in case I die before I finish, I know how it ends. That, my friend, is a dark side.
I'm getting his character very clearly.
When the shit comes down, I'm gonna be prepared, and you're not. That's all I'm saying.
They haven't even left Chicago yet.
Obviously, you haven't had great sex yet. See,
It just so happens that I have had plenty of good sex.
These two extras really doing the most right now. Like the, that's awkward. You know, that like look.
you did not have great sex with Sheldon.
I did too.
No, you didn't. You're an animal, Sheldon. Ride me, big Sheldon.
I know this dialogue in this scene because I've done it in a scene study class before. Wow.
Strawberry instead of vanilla if you have it. If not, then no ice cream, just whipped cream, but only if it's real. If it's out of a can, then nothing.
Not even the pie?
No, just the pie, but then not heated.
I didn't catch that.
You never wear Sunday. It's all suspicious. Where was Sunday? Where had I left Sunday? And I told him, and he didn't believe me. They don't make Sunday.
Why not?
Because of God.
This is some brilliant dialogue.
What do you want me to do about it? I take it back, okay? I take it back.
You can't take it back,
Why not?
because it's already out there.
That's my policy. That's
He's
what
a
I
little
always
shit.
say. Let it lie.
Shit.
Want to spend the night in a motel?
We are just going to be friends.
Do we think they're gonna stay friends, my friends?
No, what I'm saying is they all want to have sex with you.
They do not.
Do too.
They do not. How do you know?
Because no man can be friends with a woman that he finds attractive. He always wants to have
He's
sex.
blowing her mind.
Well, I guess we're not going to be friends then.
Guess not.
That's too bad. You were the only person that I knew in New York.
You say neither, and I say neither.
It's this voice, man, that just puts you in it. I say neither, you say nada.
I like potato.
Tomato.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah.
So they're going to try to put that thesis to the test. Can a man and a woman be friends without wanting to sleep together?
You too.
Who's going to be proven right? 5 years later. Nice. Okay, a time jump. Happy to be comfortably in the 80s now. Meg Ryan's performance right now in her face.
What about you?
I work with a small firm. We do political consulting.
Wow.
I said we could just be friends. And this part I remember. He said that men and women could never really be friends. Do you think that's...
Our movie thesis. Obsessed. The inside of my head is just potato, potato, tomato, tomato. I'm so sorry.
Would you two like to sit together?
Great, thank you.
Billy Crystal, man.
A month. How did you know that?
You take someone to the airport, it's clearly the beginning of a relationship. That's why I have never taken anyone to the airport at the beginning of a relationship. Because eventually things move on and you don't take someone to the airport. And I never wanted anyone to say to me, how come you never take me to the airport?
How is he so good at relationships?
We have only known...
Makes no sense.
You're getting married.
Yeah. What's so funny about that?
She's like, nerd.
You go dancing, you do the white man's overbite. Go back to her place, you have sex, and the minute you're finished, you know what goes through your mind? How long do I have to lie?
The white man's overbite. That's the best thing I've ever seen or heard in a movie.
I went through his pockets, okay? Marie, why do you go through his pockets? You know what I found? No, what?
5 years later?
What? When?
Monday.
You waited 3 days to tell
Joe's
us?
available?
Oh, for God's sakes, Marie.
Keep it in your pants, Marie.
But you guys were a couple. You had someone to go places with. You had a date on...
Carrie Fisher.
All right, wait, here we go.
I'm dead at this like Rolodex of like phone numbers. She just carries around her box.
I said, you've known for a week and you didn't tell me? And she says, I didn't want to ruin your birthday.
Let's pause for...
What do you mean you just happened to see?
Basically, the thing that I'm absolutely struck by is the comedy being punctuated by action. So in the car, he's like dropping these bombs and then it's punctuated by spits a grape seed. Comedy, 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 punchline, spits a grape seed. And then same with this. It's like sad story, sad story, sad story. Yay, we're at a baseball game. Sad story, sad story, sad story. So that's a really good specific. And I'll just want to say good job, Nora Ephron. And superbly acted. Okay, that's all I want to say. We can go back in.
I know him. You'd like him. He's married. Harry Burns. He's a political consultant.
He's cute.
I don't think he's cute.
We can fly off to Rome on a moment's notice. And then one day I was taking Alice's little girl for the afternoon because I promised to take her to the circus. And I spy a mailbox, I spy a lamppost. And she said, I spy a family. And I started to cry.
I'm absolutely dead. Every story in this film is like life-altering, so much weight to it, dramatic.
At least I got the apartment.
That's what everybody says to me, too. But really, what's so hard about finding an apartment? What you do is you read the obituary column. You find out who died, go to the building, and then you tip.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
Would you like to have dinner with me sometime?
Are we becoming friends now?
Part of me like doesn't want them to fall in love. Like I want them to test this thesis to its limits.
We one block away from each other on the Lower East Side.
On Delancey Street.
I love these people.
My family moved to the Bronx
We
when I
lived
was
on
10.
Fordham Road.
Fordham Road. I don't want to sound stupid, but is Nora Ephron like a columnist? Because this feels like a column. That these little interludes feel like a write-in from a romance column.
Have you been sleeping?
Why?
Because I haven't been sleeping. I really miss Helen.
Gorgeous apartment.
Buenos dias, señor Kleber. ¿Dónde está Wallace y Theodore? I'm not well.
Reading Misery. Rob Reiner directed Misery.
Which one am I?
You're the worst kind. You're high maintenance, but you think you're low maintenance.
I don't see that.
The worst.
You don't see that? Waiter, I'll be...
Well, I just want it the way I want it.
I know. High
The
maintenance.
split screen's pretty cool, right? Into it.
That's the sex fantasy you've been having since you were 12. Exactly the same.
Well, sometimes I varied it a little.
Which part?
What I'm wearing.
It is quirky.
Oh, no.
But I would be proud
But I would be proud
to partake
to partake
of your pecan pie.
of your pecan.
Oh, this is infectious and endearing. These are two endearing
Would you like
characters.
to go to the movies with me? Would you like to go to the movies with me tonight?
Oh,
I would not be good for anybody right now.
it's time.
It was the most uncomfortable night of my life.
So, you know, it has
This
to go
apartment, holy shit
The
balls.
first
It's a fly in here.
So what do you do with these women? You just get out.
I know where we are. I know where we are. Ah, I'm so excited.
I think they have an okay time.
How do you know? Because they.
Yes, because they...
How do you know that they're really?
I'm so excited for the real life context.
What are you saying? That they fake orgasm?
It's possible.
Get out of here.
Why? Most women.
Never faked it with me.
How do you know?
You don't think that I could tell a difference?
No.
Get out of here.
Oh. Ooh.
I like can't contain my excitement to like get to this part.
Oh.
The commitment, Meg Ryan.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, yes. 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 Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'll have what she's having.
We got there. We did it, fam. The commitment from Meg Ryan in that bit, that is so embarrassing to have to do that in front of the crew and the cast. She really killed it. That was phenomenal. I knew that was coming and I'm so happy.
Plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland.
I really want to thank you for taking me out tonight.
Oh, don't be silly. The next New Year's Eve, if neither one of us is with anybody, you got a date.
Deal.
I want hair like that. Like 80s hair.
Dance cheek to cheek.
This is my 80s look.
Then the world
Oh my gosh.
as my book ends.
Catching feelings.
Lovers from friends. Hey, everybody! 10 seconds!
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Are they gonna kiss? Are they gonna kiss? They better fucking kiss is all I have to say. Do it. Do it.
When someone's not that attractive, they're always described as having a good personality.
Okay.
Look, if you would ask...
Mustache needs to chill out. No one is having fun.
Harry?
Restaurants are to people in the 80s what theater was to people in the 60s. I read that in a magazine.
I wrote that.
Get out of here.
No, I did. I wrote that.
You can be that articulate.
Nobody has ever...
Meg Ryan is chewing up the scenery. I can't take my eyes off of her. Even when she's not speaking, her reaction shots, her behavior is so layered.
I'm just worried about Harry. He's very sensitive. He's going through a rough period, and I just don't want you to reject him right now.
I wouldn't. I totally understand.
Yes, we get the men-women thing again.
I mean, Sally's very vulnerable right now. I mean, you can call Marie, it's fine, but just, like, wait a week or so, you know? Don't make any moves tonight.
Fine, no problem. I wasn't even thinking about tonight. Well, I don't really feel much like walking anymore. I think I'll get a cab.
I'll go with you.
Great. Taxi!
They're gonna bone tonight.
Hid behind a tree. Watch her washing the clothes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and be really vulnerable in this moment and say I think these are real couples.
Okay.
I'm prepared to be wrong.
Look at this. This is the greatest. You're gonna love this. This is a singing machine. Look, you sing the lead, and this has the backup.
Musical number. Musical number.
When I take you out in my Surrey with the
Fringe on top.
For genuine leather with isinglass curtains that will roll.
Helen. Does he see Helen? Does he see his ex? Maybe.
It's Helen.
I knew it.
She's coming right towards me.
Oh, Helen, hair. And your husband has so not any hair.
How are you, Harry?
She looked weird, didn't she? She looked really weird. She looked very weird.
I've never seen her before.
Trust me, she looked weird.
I've never seen her before.
Look, it had to happen at some point. In the city of 8 million people, you're bound to run into your ex-wife. So, boom, it happened.
New York really be like that, though.
Do me a favor for your own good. Put your name in your books right now before they get mixed up and you don't know whose is whose. Because someday, believe it or not, you'll go 15 rounds over who's going to get this coffee table. This stupid, wagon wheel, Roy Rogers garage sale coffee table.
I thought you liked it.
I was being nice.
Some real hurt behind that speech.
I want you to know that I will never want that wagon wheel coffee table.
Good punchline. Yes. Nora Ephron. Pop, pop, pop.
You don't have to take your anger out on me.
Oh, I think I'm entitled to throw a little anger your way. Especially when I'm being told how to live my life by Miss Hospital Corner. Anyone.
I see people!
See people. Have you slept with one person since you broke up with Joe?
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, like, who cares?
I'm over Joe because I somebody. Harry, you're gonna have to move back to New Jersey because you slept with everybody in New York, and I don't see that turning Helen into a faint memory for you.
Wow. The way men versus women cope, and no one's right or wrong. It's just different, my friends. It's just different.
I'm sorry.
Do they get together? I think they do. They must.
Spitting up, Exorcist baby.
Baby. Yes, sir, that's my baby.
Is this everyone's family playing Pictionary? Because this is my family.
And it's clearly talking. You're wonderful.
Who are you?
I do and I love you.
Do you have any tea? One?
Oh. They each have their boo things.
But Sally hates baseball.
Harry doesn't even like sweets.
Julian.
Oh my gosh, they both know each other so well.
He's getting married.
Who?
Joe.
I'll be right there.
Come on in. And I'm sitting on the phone thinking, I'm over him. I really am over him. I can't believe I was ever remotely interested in any of this. And then he said, I have some news.
The comedy comes from the action. Do you see? Sad story, punctuated by funny action.
She's not supposed to be the one.
takes another tissue. Do you see this? Whose idea was this? Is this in Efron's script? Or is this Reiner saying, play with this prop?
But the truth is, he didn't want to marry me.
Meg Ryan, you are so f***ing hot. No one gives a shit about
He didn't
Joe.
love me.
Wow, I like her character in this so much. There's just so much more to do.
I'll make some tea.
Harry, could you just hold me a little longer?
Oh, sure.
Oh my gosh, this is so heartbreaking. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, no, they didn't. Look at his face.
Well, I'm going to get up for some water, so it's really no trouble.
Oh no, oh no, oh no,
Water.
oh no. They better f***ing get together, because if they ruin their friendship for this, I'm going to be really upset. Product placement, Evian. Because you know the New York City tap water is just fine.
You have all your videotapes alphabetized on index cards.
Doesn't everybody?
No, that's okay.
Oh, is it going to be weird?
Fine, I'll call you later.
Fine.
Fine.
Wow, they're both so freaked out. This is so cool. I love the way that they're choosing to play this. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, and now we're in love. It's like they're freaked out.
Harry came over last
I went
night.
over to Sally's last night.
Because I was upset that Joe was getting married.
And one thing led to another.
And before I knew it, we were kissing.
To make
and
a
then
long story short,
we did it.
They did it.
That's great, Sally.
How was it?
The during part was
I
good,
thought it was good.
but then I felt
Then
suffocated.
I guess it wasn't.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's so early.
But call me later if you want.
I'll call you later, okay?
Okay, bye.
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 Wow, got to keep that pacing up. No cutting in that whole little bit.
It was a mistake.
I am so relieved that you think so too.
Oh no.
I'm not saying last night wasn't great.
I'm so relieved.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they made it so awkward.
And by the rings they will wear, they will be known to all as husband and wife.
Some of the best looks in the biz, you know, just connecting over that moment.
No, sprinted is more like it.
We both agreed it was a mistake.
The worst mistake I ever made.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you.
Fine. Not why I went there. But you looked up at me with these big weepy eyes. Don't go home tonight, Harry. Hold me a little longer, Harry. What was I supposed to do?
What are you saying? You took pity on me?
No,
You.
Yes, another Christmas. This time she's alone, fam. And it's difficult to carry alone.
Call me. Maybe it's late to just call me.
Hi, Harry.
Hello? Hi.
Yes.
I can't do this anymore. I am not your consolation prize. Goodbye.
This is much better. Fresh air. I have the streets all to myself.
This bug is still here.
To be at a big crowded.
How did he get an ice cream cone? This movie feels really, really comforting. Like, this feels like one of those rewatchable classics, for sure.
What I'm saying is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
That's not true. You were the only person that I knew in New York.
The point of no return in every rom-com. Moment of realization. It had to be you.
Would make me be true.
He's running. Of course he's running. But oh my god, it just makes me so happy.
Gave me a thrill.
I love you.
How do you expect me to respond to this? Harry, I know it's New Year's Eve. I know you're feeling lonely, but you just can't show up here, tell me you love me, and expect that to make everything all right.
Because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start.
You say things like that, and you make it impossible for me to hate you. And I hate you, Harry.
chills. 10 out of 10.
I mean, should old acquaintance be forgotten? Does that mean that we should forget old acquaintances? It doesn't mean that if we happen to forget them, we should
It's true. I don't know what this song means at all.
Anyway, it's about old friends.
Anyway, it's about old friends. And then they kissed.
We met, we hated each other.
No, you didn't hate me. I hated you. The second time...
It's about old friends.
The third time we met, we became friends.
And then we fell in love. 3 months later, we got married.
It only took 3 months.
12 years and 3 months.
We had a really wonderful wedding.
It really was a
It was
beautiful
great. We had
wedding.
this enormous...
Very rich chocolate sauce on the side.
right, because not everybody likes it on the cake because it makes it very soggy.
Particularly the coconut.
On the side.
It's important to keep it on the side.
Right.
It had to be you.
I really like that. That was too short. 1 hour and 32. That's not enough time. When Harry Met Frickin' Sally. I've now seen it. Holy. Yeah, like I said, I always feel semi-ridiculous, like recapping how I felt about a movie that I feel like you can just see it all in the moment. And that's kind of like how I like to roll. But, you know, that was really great. I think that I enjoyed that way more than You've Got Mail. Now, I think that this like type of humor, this like really fast ping-pongy, almost New Yorker, like kind of like pessimistic New Yorker character thing, I think it just works on someone like Billy Crystal way more than it works on someone like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is just like Mr. Happy. And I don't want to sit here and compare When Harry Met Sally to You've Got Mail. Very different movies, like both very cool. But I just really do think this one is in another category. It's just, it just works on so many levels. I'm obsessed with that, like that thesis, that idea, men and women cannot be friends, why they'll always want to sleep together. Really quirky, fun premise. And then we just get to spend the whole movie exploring that and seeing, does it work? Doesn't it work? And of course they end up together because this is a rom-com. If this was, if this was a drama, they would not end up together. But it's just like the formula that you can cling to. This feels like a warm hug. It feels like I've seen this already. The feelings I get from this movie are that it is just familiar, and I've seen it time and time again. And I'm, like I almost can't wait to turn it back on again. Like I just love New York City in the winter. Billy Crystal kills it. The comedy is just, he just nails it. And then Meg Ryan, she is like magnetic. She is captivating. She is a movie star. You cannot take your eyes off of her. Every reaction shot is like, what is she thinking about? And I loved the commentary on men versus women, even if it was like kind of shallow and like fun, it was like lighthearted. And that Katz's Deli scene, I know why it's iconic. That's probably one of the most committed performances I've ever seen in my life. It is hard to do. You can't phone that in. You have to just like do it for freaking real. And she went for it. Okay, let's just go into reading some trivia, which is going to be so much fun and my favorite. According to Nora Ephron, the infamous "I'll have what she's having" line was suggested by Billy Crystal. Cute. The orgasm scene was filmed at Katz's Deli, an actual restaurant. Yes, yes, yes. The table at which the scene was filmed has a plaque on it that reads, "Where Harry Met Sally. I hope you had what she had." Oh. It's a real New York story. The segments of married couples telling the stories of how they met are real stories that director Rob Reiner collected for the film. Then they hired actors to relay the stories. Okay, that makes sense. It felt very early on, it felt like those stories were from like a column, like a romance column. And it does make sense that they hired actors. They were, rather polished. But I did wrongly guess that they were real people. But they were real stories, so that's cool. Oh my gosh, okay. So when they were all on the phone call, 2 of them in the same space and then 2 in separate spaces, and there was 0 cutting away. And I said, like, that's a one take. You have to just nail that and all the timing and everything. The scene where we see all 4 lead characters talking to each other individually on various telephones took 60 takes to nail. I never thought it'd be 60, but I knew it'd be a lot. So in an interview with NPR, Nora Ephron credited Meg Ryan not only with the idea of faking an orgasm in the famous restaurant scene, but also with the idea of setting it in a restaurant in the first place. That's super interesting to me because remember how I was saying, is this on the page? like in the script, or is this Rob Reiner saying, no, we're going to do it here? Or is this the actor saying, no, let's do it here? And a fact like that leads me to believe that maybe there was some like leeway in where they did certain things. Because, just really interesting choices like Yankee Game, batting cages, the Katz's Deli scene. Like, it just seems like what was on the page in the script was up for, nothing was really set in stone, and that's super cool to me. For the infamous orgasm scene, the original script called for Harry and Sally to merely talk about women faking it until Meg Ryan suggested that Sally actually fake it at the table. Rob Reiner loved the idea and put it in the script. Oh my God. It's one thing to suggest it. It's another thing to do it. That's like, embarrassing. Sally's picky and crazy eating habits were put into the movie after director Rob Reiner saw screenwriter Nora Ephron ordering her food in the same way Sally does in the film. When Reiner brought this up, Ephron stated, "I just want it the way I want it," a line which was put into the movie. I love, for the scene in which Sally calls Marie and Harry calls Jess at the same time, there were 3 separate sets. As Rob Reiner explains, we had 3 different sets. One where Bruno and Carrie were, the bed, a separate set where Billy was, and a third where Meg was. It was all on the same soundstage. It's almost like doing a recording in a studio. The phones were all hooked up to each other because there was no cuts, if you notice. No cutting. If somebody makes a mistake, and it's a 3 to 4 page scene, you can't cover it. You can't cut away to anything. You have to do it over again. So how many times did they try to get it right? Well, we shot it 61 times. If you remember at the end, they each hang up their phone, boom, 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 in rhythm. It took forever to get that right. We did one, I think 54 in, and we did it. They hung up the phones perfectly. Then Bruno blew his last line, so he had to start over again. Horrific. So scary and so fun. The character of Harry was somewhat based on director Rob Reiner. Reiner was depressed, cynical, and neurotic, with a big heart underneath, like Harry Burns in the film. The win, lose, or draw scene was entirely improvised. That felt improvised, them just coming up with the wrong answers. Harry is shown reading Stephen King's Misery. The film adaptation would be the next movie directed by Rob Reiner. We clocked that because we're smart. Nora Ephron was pleased with how the film turned out, but was unhappy with the title. She said it's the one thing she would go back and fix if she could. Meg Ryan had to go through her fake orgasm repeatedly as the scene was shot over and over. Love. Before filming the fake orgasm scene, Rob Reiner demonstrated the scene in front of the entire cast and crew, including his mother, Estelle Reiner. Love. We love a king like that. Nora Ephron wrote the screenplay in its numerous drafts over 5 years. In many romantic comedies, there is a bullying significant other or a contrived misunderstanding that would keep the two leads apart. This film is special in that it has neither of these cliches. The only thing keeping Harry and Sally apart is their own various neuroses. I think that just articulated to me why I actually really, really love this movie. We never get to know either of their significant others, any people that they date seriously. And I think the point is that they don't date anyone seriously because it's like, this is my person. I hate a misunderstanding in a movie because it's just like frustrating and it feels cheap to me. Yeah, that's why I really love this movie, because there was really no misunderstanding. It was just two interpretations of a series of events and what that did to each person and how each person coped with it, and they were both right. Like you're not wrong for feeling how you feel. I'm feeling really chatty about this movie. Holy shit, I must have liked it. Yup, in the opening 1977, Sally's hair is styled after Farrah Fawcett. She's got a beautiful Farrah. The exteriors shown of the townhouse block where Jess and Marie live is West 89th Street, the very same Upper West Side block from Nora Ephron's Meg Ryan's You've Got Mail apartment. Harry and Sally's final interview at the end of the film was completely improvised. So that was so much fun. I mean, as far as like the rom-com genre goes, like you're looking for cliches, you're looking for cheesy, you're looking for miscommunications galore and cheap tropes and whatnot. And honestly, this avoids a lot of cheapness while also giving me the best parts. I really, really loved when Harry met Sally. So you saw what I saw. You heard what I have to say. Do you like this movie? Let me know. Did you see it in theaters? Did this kind of feel like a game changer at the time in 1989? Now, I think this was like a time of like, we were about to come into a ton of rom-coms. This feels like something I will rewatch and rewatch and watch again and again. If you want my full length to this, you can definitely hit the link in my description box below for my Patreon information. And on that note, I am gonna go eat a cookie, maybe. I don't know. You'll never know what I ate. This is far away.